Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my monthly forecasts. If this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Angela Peterson and I am a psychic medium and shamanic practitioner in Sedona, Arizona. I hope you all had a lovely holiday with your friends and family. Before we get into the December monthly forecast, I would like to let you all know that I have a 25% off sale happening on my website that is good for any and all sessions as well as gift cards. So if you would like to give somebody the gift of healing this holiday season, then take advantage of this 25% off sale. It's a really good deal and it ends November 30th. Now let's get into the energy for December 2025. First thing I want to say about this month is that for a long time, December has been predicted to be a turning point for humanity. And these predictions have been from pretty famous people such as Edgar Cayce, who's a famous psychic, and Dolores Cannon, who is a famous hypnotherapist whose clients predicted many things that ended up coming true. So December is a turning point for humanity. And the energy of December is actually very similar to what I was talking about in the November forecast when I mentioned that we are determining our timelines right now. The consciousness of our Earth is splitting off into two timelines, maybe more. But what we have been doing as individuals is we have been making choices that are lining us up with one of those timelines. And this process, it can be incredibly intense. And if you've been watching my videos, you will have seen that I posted a video a couple of days ago that's just a couple minutes long, where I addressed this pressure cooker energy that we have been in, how everything is feeling so intense, and that the reason for this is because Source or God is trying to take us all in the direction of alignment. We as a collective consciousness have been out of alignment with our true values, with our true essence and sense of purpose. We've been out of alignment with each other and the earth and basically all of life. But what that means is that the universe is putting the pressure on us to align with our true values. But that requires a lot of change, and humans resist change because it forces us outside of our comfort zone. We've become pretty complacent in the life that we're used to. But the problem with that is that the universe is not going to continue to maintain that life. So it's gonna come crumbling down, whether you like it or not. So it is so important for us right now to be making choices that are truly in alignment with our soul, with our heart. And that alignment is going to also align with other people and the earth herself. That means that we can't continue doing things that are harmful to ourselves, to other people, or to the planet, and then carry on in our narcissistic bubble as if nothing happened or is happening. Because those bubbles right now are being popped. So coming up on December 4th, we have a full moon in Gemini, and Gemini is the twins. It's the mirroring energy. So Gemini can represent a choice point. This is about making choices, and again, we're coming back to values, making choices that are more in alignment with your values when it comes to work, relationships, home life, self-care, you name it. And this choice point is going to bring a lot of clarity to you. And whether or not you want to see that clarity, whether or not you like what it's showing you, it's still going to be clarity, and it is going to give you the information you need for the direction you need to go. December is going to be an intense month, but always with anything, it's going to be made more intense if you resist the direction the universe is trying to take you. The animal that we got for this month is the eagle. Now, I cannot remember in any of my forecasts ever picking the eagle as the card of the month. So I was stoked to see this actually. You can see that this eagle has a crown on its head. The eagle is known as the king of the sky. And you can see here that this card says, Spirit has your back. Now what's interesting about this is that eagle medicine goes along with what I was just saying when it comes to magnification. All of the consequences for the choices that you are making or not making, both positive and negative, will be much stronger and much quicker. And I'm sure this is something that many of you have already noticed, that things are sort of happening more instantaneously. It's like you just worked through a major challenge and you got to the other side of that tunnel, and then you find out that there's another tunnel that you have to enter. And that's how it is right now, because the purging is happening very, very quickly. When a lot of light floods the earth, it shakes things up, it loosens it up, and it brings it up one thing after another. And this is incredibly hard for people who have been on a spiritual journey and, are used to sort of facing challenges, let alone the people who haven't been on a spiritual journey and are not used to facing challenges. So the other message of Eagle Medicine is to rise above the fray. If there is turmoil, if there's conflict, if there are people fighting, whatever it is, Eagle Spirit says to rise above and watch it from a perch. Don't get involved, but instead move to a place of detachment as best you can, and also a place of compassion and understanding for what those people are going through. We have 3 different chakras highlighted for this month, and the first one is called the Earth Star chakra. Now, the Earth Star chakra is actually a chakra that is below the feet, so it's a grounding chakra. And the next one we have is the Crown chakra. This card says, I am presence. So when you have both the Earth Star chakra and the Crown chakra being activated in the same month, to me that is saying that you must keep your connection very strong with spirit while at the same time remaining grounded and connected with the earth. Now, Eagle Medicine is actually good medicine for this. And the reason for that is because the eagle has that communion with spirit as it flies in the sky, while at the same time, it has the ability to focus, hone in, and swoop down to the earth to catch its prey and make sure that it is fed and taken care of. Part of this is making sure that you are taking really good care of your physical bodies, making sure that you are eating well and moving your body in healthy ways to help you be connected, to help you be grounded. And doing all of these things, taking care of yourself in those ways, is also going to help you be connected spiritually as well. You can move your body in meditative ways, but it's really important for you to do things that are really empowering. We have the other chakra coming out is the solar plexus chakra. Now, this one actually came out in November too, if you remember. And this card says determination on it. It has all the salmon swimming upstream. The solar plexus chakra is really about fire and determination. It's like when I set my sight on something, I have a goal in mind, and nothing will stand in my way to get to that point. That is the determination. That is the mindset that we need to be in. That is the same medicine for eagle as well, is determination, right? It's focus and it's clarity. When I see my prey, I swoop. So this month, don't let anyone knock you off your perch. Don't let anyone take you out of your center. Be like the eagle does and rise above to look at things from a bigger picture and to gain clarity so that you know when the right time is to go for what you want and to go for what you need. When the right time is to step in or intervene into something. I'm just sitting here thinking how intense this energy is of really transmutation. And it's like I keep having this image of digging in the earth and digging in the muck. So we have that connection to the earth, but then coming out of that and then into the light. So deeply transformative month. And there's a lot of shedding of old skin. Sorry, I'm just noticing that the sun is shifting outside, so it's kind of slanting across my chest here. But the serpent represents shedding old skin. When snakes shed their skin, their eyes actually glaze over, which can represent seeing through the veil. It's like in the midst of transformation, there's a lot of illumination, but also a deep spiritual awakening that happens. A friend of mine actually reminded me this morning when I told her that I got the Eagle Medicine. And she's my roommate, so we live in the same house together. And when we first moved into this house, there were so many scorpions that were coming out of the woodworks. And It was very intense for a while as we were trying to figure out how to deter them. And then a few months into living in this house, we then had a snake who entered into our sunroom. And she ended up telling me that snake is actually the up-leveling of the scorpion. So basically, in the sign of Scorpio, so if you are a Scorpio, then this is something that you may know about yourself or you may not. But Scorpios actually have 3 signs in astrology. So you have the scorpion, you have the snake, and you have the eagle. The scorpion represents that digging down in the dirt and in the muck and being sort of in that shadow element and in the unconscious. And the snake represents the shedding of old skin and the transmutation of all of that muck. But then you have the eagle that comes, and the eagle represents the enlightenment or the awakening that comes from the transformation of the snake medicine. And right now, we have 2 planets in Scorpio. We have Mercury and we have Venus. And I believe Mercury is actually retrograde in Scorpio right now until the 29th. Then it goes direct into Scorpio. Mercury is about communication and Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and money. So these are all things that we could see transforming right now or having challenges if you are resisting the transformation process. So with all these energies, there is an emphasis on passion, creativity, new birth, new ideas, clarity, and sexuality. And sexual energy is not different from creative energy. They are basically one and the same. The other thing about this month is when it comes to the masculine energy may be having a harder time with some of these breakthroughs than the feminine. So if you are a super masculine person, then you may notice some of these challenges to be more heightened for you. With the feminine energy, there's actually a lot of blessing energy coming in for the feminine. But that blessing energy will be coming through practice of surrender and releasing and allowing healing and transformation to take place. There may be many men or masculine-oriented people in the world right now who are feeling a heavy burden. And for the masculine energy, it is not as easy to drop into emotion, to emote things, and to release in that way. But it is very, very important for the masculine energy to do that during this time frame. It's a clearing out of people and things that you have been loyal to for a really long time, but maybe it's no longer in alignment for you to show up in that way for people because you're not getting what you truly need in return. This month, it's really important to look at the amount of investment you put into things versus the amount of investment others are giving in return. And look at it from both sides of how much are you investing in the things you really want and the people you really love and care about. Are you investing enough? Or are you not investing what you could be to make things better and easier on them? It'll be so important for us in all relationships this month to look at what we are still carrying from the past when it comes to beliefs, old hurts, wounds, anger, and resentment. Even if you don't think you have it, double check, you never know. And take a good hard look at what's working in your life and what's not working. And what have you been resisting changing that you know you need to change? And I feel like I say this almost every month. I don't know if I do, but I feel like I do. And it's because we're here. We are at that turning point. This is it. And, 2026 is a big change for humanity. And it's going to be a determining factor for the future. This month is big about creation, creativity. What do you want this new beginning that we are entering into to look like for you? Choose it. Choose it with all of your being, both internally and externally. And have a good month.